Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. My name's Shannon and today I'm going to be reacting to my Booktube Newbie Tag. So just for a bit of context, the day that this video is going live is actually my first Booktube birthday, and that means that I have now been posting videos consistently on my channel for a year, which is absolutely crazy to me. If you don't know, I did try and get into Booktube a few years back, which is when I actually did film this Booktube Newbie Tag, but because of uni and because of my awful time management skills, I just put it to the side and didn't continue on with it. However, last year we obviously did go into lockdown. I was on furlough for 5 months and I decided what better time to start creating content again than then. So I decided to pick up my phone, pick up some books and film a video, and the rest is history. And I did want to do something to celebrate this little milestone. To be honest, I never thought I would get this far with it. I'm very bad at giving up on things. So the fact that we're here a year down the line, I'm almost at 2k subscribers on this channel, which is absolutely mind-blowing to me. I did just want to celebrate because that is the turning point for me. I feel like starting to create videos again was just exactly what I needed. I've met so many amazing people in this community through posting videos that it has genuinely changed my life for the better. I definitely couldn't have gotten through these last few months without creating videos and without interacting with all you amazing people. So even though I technically posted my Booktube Newbie Tag a while back now and it wasn't actually what I consider to be my Booktube birthday, we are still going to react to it today because I feel like it's going to be the most cringy thing ever and we can all just have a bit of a laugh. Before we dive into this video though, please do make sure that you are subscribed to my channel. Around 60% of the people who watch my videos aren't actually subscribed, which is absolutely crazy to me. It truly does mean the world to me when people do subscribe, and it does really help out my channel as well. So if you do enjoy my videos, please do click the subscribe button. But without further ado, let's just dive into the reaction. Okay, so I've just opened up the video on YouTube and straight away I look completely different. And I did actually post this video on November 28th of 2018, which is a while back now. And I'm really intrigued to see how I am on camera. I feel like I've only recently started to become confident whilst filming. So honestly, I just can't wait to see what I'm like. I'm absolutely terrified though, but let's just go ahead and start it off. Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. My name's Shannon and today I'm going to be filming the Booktube Newbie Tag. So I'm really excited to do this video, but I'm really scared. I've been putting it off for quite a while now because I was trying to think like, what is it with all these really long pauses? It's stressing me out already because I now edit out every single pause that I have in my videos. It really does stress me out, so I just get rid of all of them. And I'm just seeing that this video is 25 minutes long and it's probably because of the pauses. I definitely could not be talking for that amount of time. Also, my voice in this is so different. I feel like I'm talking really timidly. I think I'm very shy. You can definitely see I'm playing around with my top and my hair quite a bit already, and this is in the first 20 seconds. So not off to the best start. I don't know. I don't want to be that basic girl that's just like, oh, I started a booktube because I love talking about books, but like, isn't that why everyone starts booktube? Or just something like love in general, like they want to share their thoughts and they want to talk about it. I don't know, I've been a bit scared, but I thought, you know what, sit down, film this video and put it out there because I really want to do this tag. Oh my gosh, this is honestly stressing me out. I'm like, good on you for wanting to create this tag and posting it and all that jazz, but oh my god, this is embarrassing. And I want you guys to get to know me as well. So yeah, that's what I'm doing today. So the first question is, why did you start your channel? And I briefly touched about this a second ago, and that is my love of books. I've been watching... Again, the lack of editing in this video is atrocious. I would start keeping a tally of how many times I say but I feel like that's just going to stress me out and the number's just going to end up being way too high. So yeah, I think it's pretty obvious that I didn't know how to edit properly at this point. I remember absolutely hating having to edit videos. That's one of the things that put me off creating content. I'm definitely still not the biggest fan of editing. I've definitely grown to love it a lot more in the past few months though. And again, I think it's because I'm actually really enjoying and I'm loving what I'm filming and putting out there for you guys, and so whilst I'm editing it, I do really love doing that. But wow, this is so embarrassing. Booktube for about 4 years, maybe more. So yeah, I've been watching it for a long time. And there's the cup of tea. I think again I was very fidgety and I wanted to hold on to something because otherwise I would just keep playing with my hair and things like that. I've always sat on the other side of the screen, so to say, so I'd have my own thoughts but I'd always hop onto Booktube and find someone's video about whatever I wanted to rant about, whatever I wanted to discuss, that sort of thing. So for me now, I just want to be able to give my honest opinion on certain things, you know. So yeah, I want to be able to share my honest opinions about topics, books, even like possibly films. Something I still haven't done on this channel is talk about films. I have recently done a trailer reaction to Shadow and Bone, which I will leave linked up above if you do want to check it out. It is definitely something that I do want to include on my channel. It's something I'm very passionate about, but I haven't started to film those types of videos yet, still 2 years later, so who knows if I actually will. And also, to be fair, the reason that I started creating videos again is because I was turning to Booktube so much. If I just finished a book, if I had strong opinions on it, I wanted to find a video discussion about that book, and it was stressing me out that I couldn't get across my views to people, and that ultimately led to me wanting, because that's the sort of thing I enjoy. It doesn't even have to be like something like a review, it can just be for fun. Like, I do my unboxings, which I love. Maybe some people don't like that, but I love it. I still agree with that to this day. My Fairy Loot unboxings are the videos that do the worst on my channel, but I really love filming them. I have the best time unboxing things, and they're just fun videos to film, but yeah, they do still do quite badly on my channel. As my channel grows, I hopefully want to try and get filming more discussions and stuff so that I can enhance my reading, if that makes sense. I want to be able to read more critically, but also I still want to read for fun. So the aim for my channel is to just talk about books in all shapes and forms and different videos and all that jazz, and that's basically why I started this channel. I think I've done pretty well with this. I'm still not comfortable filming discussion videos, but I do feel like I get my point across and discuss books more in depth in my vlogs. I just always feel like there's so much pressure to review books in a critical and coherent way. When I dive into books, I don't really want to be reading that critically. I want to be enjoying the books that I'm reading. I want to have fun whilst reading them, and so I feel like trying to be critical about them in my reviews just takes that fun out of it. Again, for new releases and hyped books, I do try and create dedicated reading vlogs for those, and in those videos I do go into spoiler territory, so I do discuss my thoughts a little more in depth. But to be honest, I just don't think I will ever post a discussion video. I really struggle to film wrap-ups as it is, for that exact reason, that I find it hard to think of books critically. If I enjoyed a book, brill. If I didn't, that kind of sucks, but we'll just unhaul it, or we'll just put it to the side for now. And it is just really difficult for me to sit down and gather my thoughts and try and present them in a coherent way. Hopefully that made sense. The second question is, what are some fun and unique things that you can bring to Booktube? So as the name of this channel suggests, I'm Welsh. I've got a few video ideas that I've been thinking of where I want to incorporate my heritage into stuff like that. I don't necessarily want to post a load of Welsh things, but it is something that's important to me. Maybe sharing a bit of like Welsh history or Welsh literature on my channel. Like one of the main points, I was watching someone's video the other day, so they were talking about King Arthur, and you know, the first thing I thought was King Arthur is actually a Welsh story. So the first time King Arthur's ever mentioned is in a piece of Welsh literature called Culhwch ac Olwen. That is the first time he's ever mentioned in a piece of literature. His story just grows from there, really. So that's something interesting. So if I can sort of share a bit more about stuff like that, I don't know, like just here and there. I'm laughing because I had a rant about this the other week on a live show. It really stresses me out that people say that King Arthur is an English king when he's Welsh. So the fact that I pointed it out in one of my first videos on Booktube just shows that 2 years down the line, I'm still bitter about it. This is another thing though that I still haven't really incorporated into my videos. I did start doing a Welsh word of the day segment at the end of my videos, but I feel like people just weren't responding to that, and so it kind of died down. I am actually currently thinking of different ways that I could incorporate Welsh into my videos and my heritage, like I said, but it's very tricky, and I feel like it would be something that is very time consuming and that people won't actually enjoy. So again, I'm not sure if that's actually gonna happen. It will eventually. I definitely do want to create some sort of videos where I include Welsh, but I'm not sure how and I'm not sure when. So yeah, I had big plans back in 2018 and I haven't followed through with a lot of them. A bit of videos discussing maybe stuff like that, like a story time where I just maybe tell you about some old tales, like Celtic folklore and stuff like that. Because that's what I'm studying at university. I absolutely love it. It's so fascinating. Yeah, I'd love to share that or incorporate that into my channel somehow. But aside from the Welsh aspect and stuff like that, I'm just going to be me. This channel is a true representation of me, so I will never give you thoughts that aren't my own. Anything like that. I will be harsh if I need to be harsh, and you know, if I love a book, I will talk about it. Doesn't matter if people don't like it. I like it. Do you know what I mean? After all, this is my channel. That's what I wanted to represent. I want it to be a fun place, but also, you know, like I say, if I don't like it, I'm not going to pretend because that would be false and it's not me. Yes, that's a few things. Preach. I still stand by this to this day. I will never give you guys a false review. I feel like that's completely pointless. If I didn't like a book, you will know about it and I will pinpoint exactly why I didn't like that book. And like I said, if I love a book, I will express my love for it no matter if other people think it's dumb or stupid or don't enjoy that book. If it makes me happy, I'm gonna want to talk about it. So yeah, I stand by that. I love how shy but confident I am at the same time in this video. I'm like all timid and like, oh, hi, but then I'm like, I will tell you my opinion. And if you don't like it, you can leave. We love it. I'm trying to think of different things that I've not seen in Booktube Newbie Tags, basically. So if you're thinking, oh, this girl's really weird or something like that. Sorry, I don't mean to come across that way, but I'm just trying to think of different answers. So hopefully these ones make sense because I feel like I'm just rambling. So the third question is, what are you most excited for about this new channel? Basically, I'm just excited to get chatting with people. I feel like I've already got a few friends sort of thing, like I comment on other people's videos and they always sort of comment back and like my tweets and stuff like that. So I am getting more into this community rather than just sitting back and being the one who likes everyone's posts. Like I'm interacting with different people. You know, it's nice to be able to do that and to have them also comment on your stuff back, if that makes sense, because I feel like especially for the bigger booktubers, like they have so many people commenting on their videos, you know, tweeting them, stuff like that, that it's going to be harder for them to acknowledge you. So this community, just starting out as well, it's just nice to know that people are accepting and that they do obviously appreciate new booktubers and stuff like that. So that's really lovely. It's one of the things that makes me the happiest. Also, I'm just excited that I've finally started my channel and that I can talk to you guys, because when I have a rubbish day, I'll come home, I'll sit down and I'll watch some booktube videos and it instantly makes me feel better. So hopefully my videos will do that to you. Hopefully, cross fingers. But yeah, obviously I'm just starting out, so maybe you've not seen everything I have to offer, that sort of thing, but I'm trying. Like, the editing might be bad, the videos might be repetitive, but you know, I'm finding my feet. I feel like once I'll settle, that's when things will get more exciting, because obviously I'll have a little bit more of an understanding what to do and how to create better content. So I'm so excited. I'm just excited for what this is going to bring. Wow, little did she know 2 years later she would be in the position that she's in now. I have made the best friends on Booktube. Thinking back, I honestly didn't chat to anyone. I've literally only just started talking to people properly these last few months. So I really don't know what I was talking about here. I don't know who I'm referring to with the commenting on each other's videos and things like that. But you could probably tell I was smiling to myself throughout that little clip, because yeah, I'm just so lucky to have made such amazing friends. We are all so supportive of each other. We're always there liking, commenting, sharing each other's videos. I finally feel like I'm a part of this community and it really does make me the happiest person. It makes such a difference knowing that there are people out there who genuinely care about me, who care about my content, who want to support me and who are genuinely my friends, and I'm just blown away by that every single day. So looking back now 2 years ago, me thinking that I had friends, that I was getting into the community, it's just so heartwarming to see. I don't know how to respond to that because I've come such a long way since then. Again, I've met so many amazing people, have gained so much confidence in myself that I'm not now scared to comment on people's videos and to interact with them. And so looking back at this, it's just making me feel a lot of emotions actually, because I had no idea that this was going to end up happening, and it is just really nice to sit back and reflect on how far I've come. Number 4 is, why do you love reading? I don't want to like copy people's answers or anything, but literally I read to escape. That doesn't mean anything's bad in my life, it doesn't mean anything like that. It's just that I can sit down, open a book, and I'll immediately be transported into another world, and it's just the most magical thing. Literally, when I read, you cannot talk to me because I zone out. I'm in that world. Like, that is me. I get so immersed, I feel all the feelings, you know, like we all do. That is why we read. That's why we have booktube channels, because we want to talk about our feelings, because you get so immersed that you just forget about reality, even for a tiny second. And I feel like that's just amazing. Like, a piece of literature that can keep you so enthralled, I think, is one of the best things ever. Honestly. Question number 5 is, what book series got you into reading? I know the answer to this because it's a series that I still go back to year after year. I love rereading these books, and I'm just going to say it now. It's going to be the Chronicles of Ancient Darkness series by Michelle Paver. One that I've heard barely anyone talk about, but I'm a massive fan of. I do also think that I mentioned Goosebumps and the Magic Kitten books in this video as well, so let's just carry on watching to find out. I have 2 for this, and you'll see why in a second, but the first one is the Chronicles of Ancient Darkness series by Michelle Paver. So when I was in year 7 or 8 in school, I can't quite remember, my English teacher came up to our little table, so say there's 4 of you to every table that you do your work on and everything. She came up to our table and she sat with all of us and she said, right, I've got this book that I want you to read. And she said, if you go online, you can order the entire box set, and say it was like £20 for 6 books, which is very cheap. She said, you know, each of you love reading, you obviously show interest in the class. I think you would enjoy these books. And so what did I do as soon as I got home? Yeah, you bet. I ordered the books. And I started reading them. And honestly, like the last question, like my answer to the last question, I could not put it down. I would highly recommend you read that series because I think it's amazing. I keep rereading it, I keep going back to it. It's one of those that has such a special place in my heart. And that's one of the reasons why, because my teacher came up to me and pointed me in their direction. I remember as well, one of my friends, he got them. I think 3 of us got them out of the 4, and the only boy that got them, it wasn't a race, but he kept coming up to me and was like, oh, have you read this bit yet? Have you read this bit? And we just sit down and have like a mini discussion sort of thing about them, and it was just, like I say, the most magical feeling, and that's what started it off. And I still go back to them. Like I say, if I go on holiday or anything like that, I always make sure I've got the series with me, whether it's in their physical form or on Kindle. I love them. I fly through them now because obviously I'm older and I can read faster. It's middle grade as well, I think. Yeah, it's middle grade. I don't know why, but the sound and the video aren't matching up at the minute. I'm not sure if it's just my computer or what. But yeah, it is a prehistoric middle grade series. One of the best things ever. Like I said, I still reread it to this day. I am currently rereading them again because the newest book in this series is coming out this month, I believe. So definitely need to catch up, refresh my memory before diving into that one. And like I said, it's a series that just holds such a special place in my heart. I wish more people read it, but it is one that I will keep going back to year after year. I'm not quite sure. I'm not sure what the official description is, but it's amazing. It's about a young boy named Torak, and his father is killed by a demon bear. And this world is full of clans and stuff like that. So Torak, I don't want to spoil it, but
He may be in the Wolf clan. That's all I'm going to say. And then he meets a girl from the Raven clan, and his story sort of unfolds from there. He meets friends along the way, which I love. There's a wolf, and the wolf is amazing. So, yeah, I would highly, highly recommend that series, because if you can't tell the way I'm talking about it, I just absolutely love it. I've not read it for about 2 years now, and I've been thinking about it all through last summer, because I was just like, I need to reread them because I love them that much. Like, I will never not love that series, so...
I really don't know what is up with the audio and video, so I am really, really sorry about that. If it does get too distracting, I might just cut this video short, but hopefully it goes back to normal in a second. We shall see.
And the second series that I want to talk about, most people on Booktube will probably say that this is the series that got them into reading, and it is, of course, the Mortal Instruments series by Cassandra Clare.
Wow, I did not think I was going to say that. It is true though, that is the second series that definitely got me into reading. I feel like after the Chronicles of Ancient Darkness series, I just reread that constantly and I didn't find anything new until the Mortal Instruments. And I feel like I watched the film first. I fell in love with that, and then I got all of the books, and I think it was only the first 4 or 5 books that were out at the time, and I just got swept up in my love for the Shadowhunter world and for Cassandra Clare's books.
So initially, I'd seen the books around, but I never really sort of thought much about them. I then saw, I think I was in Tesco, and I was walking down the DVD aisle, and what did I see? But Lily Collins' beautiful face on a DVD case, and I thought, oh, what's this? And I picked it up, and it was the Mortal Instruments City of Bones movie. And I was just like, Mum, I need to get this. So bless her, because I was only, well, say I was only young. I was quite young. My mum bought it for me. And I went home and I watched it, I think, 3 times that night. I watched it just like straight after each other, again and again, because I loved it. And then for my birthday, bless her, my mum got me the first 5 books in the Mortal Instruments series, because it was only 5 that were out at the time. And yeah, I flew through them, like I say. Absolutely loved it. Like, at that time in my life, I needed that book series, and I will forever be thankful for that. I don't think at all that the movie hindered my experience in any way. Like, that is the reason that I picked up the book series. I love the film. I don't care if you don't. My personal opinion, I absolutely love it.
I still love it. I definitely think it's one of my favourite films, not gonna lie.
I will keep watching it. I'm gutted they didn't make another one. But yeah, Jamie Campbell-Bower as Jace, I love. And I know that's, like, some people don't, but oh my god, I absolutely love Lily Collins and Jamie Campbell-Bower as Clary and Jace. So those are the 2 series that got me into reading. So I'm extremely grateful for them both. They've changed my life in so many ways. Like, it's ridiculous. I cannot imagine myself having not read those books. So yeah, there you go. So number 6 is, what questions would you ask your favourite booktubers? And I don't really know. That sounds strange. I'm trying to think, but I don't really have an answer for this. I've met Sasha from A Book Utopia, which she's just amazing. Like, honestly, you cannot find a nicer person. She's genuinely just so nice. I met her at a signing for her new book, Zenith, that she co-wrote with Lindsay Cummings, but Lindsay couldn't be there because obviously she was pregnant at the time. So I met Sasha and I got to talk to her there, and I feel like I asked her, like, you know, how she dealt with all this. The Waterstones I went to was packed with people just wanting to see her. Like, it was nuts. Even in the UK, like, I can't imagine, like, the pressure she must feel. So I think that's when I would ask different booktubers, because I feel like everyone deals with stuff differently. I don't ever think of myself as ever being nearly as successful as any of them. Like I say, I'm just here to share my opinions and stuff like that. If people watch me, that's just amazing, and I'm so thankful for that. But like, I don't think I could deal with having, not pressure, but expectations. You know, people expect certain things from you after a certain point, I feel. And I would love to know how different booktubers deal with those types of things. You know, because, like I say, it's different for everyone. So yeah, I would love to know that.
That's actually such a good question. I feel like I'm at the point in my channel now where that is sort of true. I did take a break the other week from posting, and straight away I feel like my interaction with people just went down and people were not as excited maybe for my videos as they normally are. So I definitely feel like there's some sort of expectation for me now to be posting content regularly and consistently, which is good. I do want to do that anyway, but it is hard when you do have other stuff going on. Again, I don't consider myself as a big booktuber at all, but it has gotten to the point now where I am conscious of the fact that there are certain expectations of me, and it's very, very strange.
Just so maybe something would help me as well. Just in daily life as well, you know, if you ever feel pressured or anything like that, that's what I'd love to know. The 7th question is, what challenges do you think starting a book channel will be the hardest to overcome? For me, that's posting, because like I said, I'm at uni, so that takes up quite a bit of time, a lot of time actually, and I also work part-time. I say part-time, I work about 30 hours a week. I also play netball for a local team and stuff like that, and I also want to, you know, spend time with family. I don't want to just be working in uni and stuff like that, and that's what I've been struggling with the most since starting my channel, is the posting, because I don't like editing. So I've got a few videos filmed, but like the amount of time and effort it takes to edit a video and everything like that, I just feel like I don't have at the minute. Like,
that is why there are so many pauses in this video, is because I tried to edit as little as possible and to just post the videos instead of actually spending time and making good quality content. I completely get that though. I feel that now. I struggle to keep on top of everything. I don't think people realise just how time consuming creating content is, especially for booktubers, because before we can even start filming we need to read a book, which obviously takes quite a lot of time. Then we have to film a video, then we have to edit the video and post it, and it's this very strange cycle of you have to read stuff in order to have content, and so it does take a lot of time and effort and commitment, and I feel like that is why I did ultimately stop posting, because I just couldn't keep up with it all. Again, wanted to read for fun, I didn't want to be reading anything critically, and trying to create content around that at this point in my life was just not feasible for me, which is really sad. But again, if I hadn't have had this weird break, I wouldn't be in the position that I'm in now.
Like, I've got 4 essays due in at the minute in the next month. So that's just like, it's a bit of added stress, and I'm doing this as a hobby more than anything else, but I also want to be consistent because I don't want to not be posting. Like, that's the reason I started this channel, is because I want to post and I want to share, you know, my reading journey with you guys. So I think after this semester, so the start of 2019, it will be a lot better because I have 1 less module to take, and I want to, if not keep my hours in work, then lessen them a little bit, just so that I have a little bit more time for myself, because at the minute, like, I barely see my boyfriend anymore. Like, I start work at 6:30 in the morning, and then it depends if I've got lectures what time I finish. For example, I'll just say on Monday I work 6:30 until 10:30, and then I'm at uni 11 till 6, and then I have choir from 6 till 7. So that is a really, like, jam-packed day.
I honestly don't know how I used to do that. I struggle to do anything now. Obviously lockdown hasn't helped, but to see me having such a busy schedule is just mind-blowing, because I genuinely feel like I haven't done anything for the past year, and I'm really struggling at the minute just to be on placement, which is a school day, so 8 till 5. But to think that I was up at like 5 o'clock in the morning to be ready for work, and then going straight from work to uni and staying in uni all day, that is just crazy.
So when I get home, I genuinely, like, I'm too tired to read some nights. Like, I just want to lie down and go straight to bed. So I think that'll be the hardest obstacle to overcome as of right now. And then I think if there's any more obstacles in the way, you know, I'll just deal with them when I meet them. Anyway, to answer that question, the biggest obstacle my channel faces at the minute is me posting. And so the 8th question is, when did you start reading? So I touched on this a few questions ago when I mentioned my teacher in school, but I started reading a while before that. I kept on taking breaks. Like, I'd read for ages and then I'd stop and wouldn't read for like a year or something. It was ridiculous. But I used to have a library card for my local library, and I used to love going there. We used to go, if not once a week, then once every 2 weeks at least. And me and my sister always used to go, and we got to obviously choose the books we wanted to read. And I would almost always choose a Goosebumps book by R.L. Stine. I don't know why, because those things terrified me, but I absolutely loved them. So that must have been when I was about, I want to say like 10, maybe younger, I'm not quite sure. But I have vivid memories of me going to the library and getting so excited and then just going home and reading them straight away. And there's one story in particular, I remember reading it and I was petrified, like I'm telling you, I was scared. And it was A Night in Terror Tower. I think it's A Night in Terror Tower. That one just completely messed with my head.
I still think about that book to this day. It genuinely scarred me for life.
Oh my god, I still think about it now. I've still got that book. I actually bought a little binder of 3 books from the Goosebumps series, and that one is in it, so I'm scared to reread it. I haven't read it since because I was that scared. But yeah, so it must have been about 9 or 10 years old. Maybe even younger, because I also remember, you know, like the Scholastic Book Fairs. I don't know if some people had that, but in Wales, or possibly in the UK, there was a book van that came to your school. I'm not sure if it was once or twice a year sort of thing, and literally they would just have like so many books for different age categories, and I cannot for the life of me remember which books I always bought, but I think it was something like Magic Kitten. And it was always a story about like how this magical kitten found its way into like a little girl's or a little boy's life. And then it just was a really nice story, but I can't remember what they were about because Mum threw all of my copies away.
My mum is ruthless when it comes to things like that. She threw away all my videotapes, all my books. She just hates clutter, and so if I had stuff for way too long, she would just have a massive clear out while I was at school one day, and I'd end up coming home and half my stuff would be gone. I think that's probably why I keep so many books now. It's because I have these weird attachment issues to them. But yeah, that doesn't surprise me. It's actually made me laugh.
Which I was really mad about when I found out, because I did love them. So I've been reading for as long as I can remember really, but I started like reading continuously and I guess critically the time The Mortal Instruments was around, like when the movie came out, obviously, like I said. I'm not quite sure when that was, I'll have to double check, but that's around the time that I started reading and then buying books, so yeah, so I'd probably say I was about 14, I think. Question number 9 is, where do you read? I'm currently living away for uni. This is my flat. I live here with my boyfriend. So it's literally a 2-bedroom flat with a bathroom. So if he's playing his Xbox in there, I might sit in there, but if I want in there being like the lounge area, if I want a bit more peace and quiet, I will come and sit here on the bed and just sort of cuddle up and read. I prefer to do it in the lounge because obviously there's a sofa and I feel less tired. Also I can hear a bit of like background noise from outside as well, which is nice. So that's where I read. But in my house at home we've got a little chill room, we call it. It's basically got a few candles, a sofa, you know, telly and all that.
I love how the first thing that I mentioned is that the room has candles.
So I usually light a candle, sit on the sofa with a blanket and a cup of tea or something like that, and I could stay there all day. I used to, like, no shame. That's what I used to do. And my mum would come looking for me and she'd be quite concerned, like, are you okay? And I'd be like, yeah, I'm just reading. So yeah, that's where I'd read. And then the last question is, what kind of books do you like to read? I will basically read anything. If it interests me, then I will read it. I don't really mind if it's middle grade, young adult or adult. The only genre I tend not to read from is sci-fi. I don't have a particular love for sci-fi, which is weird really, but I don't know.
I'd still say that's true, but I have been reading a lot more sci-fi recently and I am enjoying the things that I have been reading. I would say that the genre I don't really read from at all is contemporary. I really don't enjoy contemporary books. I don't find myself wanting to pick them up. And so to hear me saying that I really don't like sci-fi is very, very strange to me. But reading tastes change, guys, so who knows, in 5 years I might look back at this video and be like, duh, you love contemporaries, what is wrong with you?
For some reason, it's just not for me. I also don't really love romances. Like, I can deal with contemporaries. Sometimes, you know, a contemporary story is really nice, but I don't like the, you know, smutty romance type books.
I have literally just finished reading A Court of Silver Flames by Sarah J Maas, and that is straight up smut. Again, like I said, reading tastes change. I definitely wouldn't go into a book just for smut. I feel like it would have to have some sort of fantastical elements to it for me to want to pick it up. But yeah, that's actually quite funny to hear me say that.
For some reason, which is, again, is a bit strange, but there you go, not for everyone. But apart from that, I love all genres. Like, I will read from most genres. I think though my favourites are young adult fantasy or adult thrillers are the ones I think are my favourites.
Again, that kind of blows me away because I would say now that my favourite genre is adult fantasy and I'm only just starting to get into thrillers again, so that's so strange to me. But time passes, you grow, you develop, you change as a reader, and it definitely shows from this video.
But you'll see on this channel, I read whatever. So yeah, I think it all depends on my mood as well. Like, sometimes I will have a mood where I just want to read contemporary, which is completely different. But again, it's completely fine because, you know, that's what it is. So I'm definitely a mood reader, but all year round, I do love YA fantasy or urban fantasy, but I'm starting to lean more towards fantasy. If that makes sense. So like completely out of this world where this world's rules don't apply, that sort of thing.
That is still true. Again, like I said, I read to escape. I don't want to have to deal with the problems of this world. I read to not have to think about that, and I read to dive into a world that is completely new to me, or maybe familiar, but it's one that I really love. Just anything outside of the crappy world that we live in.
That's what I'm currently living. Reading tastes change, so, you know, they might not be the same. But like I said before, The Chronicles of Ancient Darkness, I'm not sure if that's middle grade or not, but I love it. Like, Percy Jackson, I guess, is middle grade, and I love it. It's just that sort of thing. Like, I don't really mind what genre it is, as long as I'd enjoy the story. So that's what's more important to me. And then that is it for this video. I feel like I've rambled on a lot. So if you've stuck through this, thank you very much. Again, I'm nervous about posting this because I feel like I said, I didn't want to sort of say what other people have said. So I've tried to bring in aspects of my personal life and stuff like that. So hopefully that'll come across really well on my channel. If not, I'm sorry if you don't like it. I feel like some of these questions are so just like big, if that makes sense, that you can't answer them. Like, why do you love reading? Like, I could go on for hours about that, but I have to, well, I don't want to bore you, so I'm trying to keep it short, but do you know what I mean? It's those types of questions, so yeah, we'll see. But that's a small introduction into my channel and the stuff I enjoy and stuff like that. So if you do sort of like what you hear, please subscribe to my channel. That would mean the absolute world to me. Thank you guys so much for watching this tag, and I will see you soon in another video. Bye!
Okay, that was really interesting. I cannot believe how timid I am during that whole video. I feel like I'm not quite sure of myself, which is very different to now. I feel like now when you click on my video, you know I'm going to be straight away quite intense, quite happy, quite bubbly. And again, I just feel like it's the fact that I've been posting consistently now. I do feel more comfortable sitting in front of a camera and filming, so I definitely feel like that comes across. I felt really awkward watching that video back, but I'm definitely proud of myself for sitting down and filming and uploading that video. I think there was always a part of me that was scared that people from school and uni would find my channel and would find it really strange. I still have that fear now, but it was definitely a lot more prominent back in the day. I think that was another thing that stopped me from filming and from posting, but to be honest, I've gotten to the point now where I really don't care. If people want to watch my videos, then that is brilliant. Thank you so much. If you don't need to be clicking on them, so it's fine. Again, it's crazy to see how my reading tastes have changed. I did touch on this before, so I won't go on for too long, but the fact that YA fantasy and urban fantasy and adult thrillers were my top genres is just kind of crazy to me. Now it's definitely more adult fantasy, such as The Realm of the Elderlings by Robin Hobb, you know, Game of Thrones by George R.R. Martin, that sort of thing. And then I'd say my second favourite genre is murder mysteries, so anything Agatha Christie. I do love a good YA mystery as well. And then I have recently started to delve deeper into literary fiction. I feel like it is a genre that I'm going to really enjoy. Like I said, I don't love contemporary, but I feel like literary fiction is going to give me the contemporary vibes, but it's not going to be solely a romance or anything like that. Watching that video back genuinely had me giggling to myself throughout that whole thing. My voice just irritates me so much, and again, you can definitely tell that I was quite shy and uncomfortable. To be honest though, looking back at that now, it is just absolutely mind-blowing how far I've come. I've gotten to the point where if I don't post a video, I'm genuinely angry at myself because I want to be putting out the content. I love putting out content. I love filming. I love editing now to an extent. Still not my favourite thing ever, but I do enjoy it. And even though booktube is a hobby, it does sort of feel like a job as well. Not in the sense that you get paid thousands of pounds or anything like that, but the fact that you do keep to a schedule. You have to schedule in time to read, to film, to edit, to post, all that sort of thing. And I feel like if you don't treat it as a job in some aspects, then maybe it won't be as successful. And that's what I wasn't doing whilst I was at uni, whilst I was filming this Booktube Newbie Tag. I didn't really care. I didn't really put much effort into the quality of my videos. As you can see, the editing was awful. I kept all the ums in there. I kept so many pauses, and watching it back, it just stressed me out. But bearing in mind, I was, I think, 19 at the point that I was filming that. I'm now 21. I'm gonna be 22 soon. So a lot of time has passed. I've definitely had a lot of experiences now where I've been forced to gain more confidence in myself because I've been pushed out of my comfort zone and have been doing different things. And especially because, like I said, I have been posting consistently. I've sort of forced myself now to get into the habit of sitting down and filming because it does calm me down in a way, and I just love doing it. It's a form of expression, and I feel like it's just helped me out so much. I'm not going to talk for too much longer though, because I am aware that this video is going to be way too long. If you've made it this far, please leave some book emojis down below in the comments for me. I'd love to see if people have actually watched all the way through, because I know this is definitely not my normal type of video. If you have enjoyed this though, one of my amazing booktube friends, Rachel from Rachel Keris, has recently posted her reaction to her Booktube Newbie Tag. She did recently hit 1k, and so to celebrate, she did decide to do this video too, and it is so funny, so I would highly recommend you checking out Rachel's channel and her video. It will of course be linked down in the description box for you, so definitely check that out. Whilst you're down in the comments though, please don't forget to give this video a like if you liked it, and again, please do make sure that you are subscribed to my channel so that you don't miss any more content from me. Thank you guys so much for all of your support over this past year. Again, I cannot believe that I have been posting consistently on my channel now for that long. It completely blows my mind. The fact that, again, I'm so close to 2,000 subscribers is just something I could never even comprehend. So the fact that it's a very achievable goal now is just completely mind-blowing to me, and I genuinely don't know how to get across my gratitude to all of you. Just know that I really do appreciate every single one of you. Every like, every comment, every click on the subscribe button means the absolute world to me. I really do appreciate it, and it also does help my channel out as well. I feel like I'm getting way too soppy at the end of this video though, so for now I am going to leave it here. Thank you once again for watching, and I'll see you soon in my next video. Goodbye!